if you're here, you must like spoilers. This entire video, we're talking spoilers, nothing but the spoilers, every spoiler. So if you haven't seen The Rise of Skywalker, go away, go watch it, and come back here. If not, welcome. We're back again with another episode of JBVersusTheWorld. This is The Rise of Skywalker spoilers. Spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, go somewhere, leave, and come back. I'll be here for you. I promise. All of us will, right? Huh? Right?
We'll be here.
We'll be here. All right. So I got Jessica who just be well. Got her own channel. I'm gonna link her down below. Marcel, MSW Creative, also got his own thing going on. Also gonna be down in the thing about below. So we're talking spoilers, guys. We can let go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's start with characters. What do you think about Rey?
What do I think about Rey? I like Rey. I felt like I began to like her character more and more since we had The New Hope. Because I think when you have a movie like Star Wars, who's been around for like 40 years now,
40 years,
and then you meet like a modern, another character like of today, and you're just not sure how to really, take that character. But I really like her. I think that she, at the beginning, she had a goal, or she was kind of interested in who she was, and I felt like us as the audience, we were able to follow her, and to her finding out who she was. And I'm not sure if y'all want to disclose that yet.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead.
Well, she is the granddaughter of Palpatine, and that was a really good twist. I was like, oh, so that's how she got. Huh?
He's not enthused.
Yeah, well, I was enthused, and to me, I feel like that was a good twist because you're thinking like, okay, where did she get this power from, this force? And it all made sense. So I love that about Rey. And then also it was like a female lead character, like in Star Wars. I mean, that's kind of cool. So
go ahead, kick it over.
Go ahead and shoot it down.
Go ahead, man.
Look,
you stewing in it.
It's not because she's a female, but Rey, I felt, just didn't have a lot of personality, to be honest. She wasn't very, charismatic. She didn't have no, this is Star Wars. Every character's supposed to have a magical feel. She just felt like a chick in front of the screen. She just didn't feel, I didn't feel no magic from her.
But you know what, I'll give you that.
She didn't have a lot of personality.
You didn't see a lot of personality from her. But she had a goal,
especially when you're on screen with Finn's character who has personality. You're like, dang, I want to know more about this guy. You really want to know more about Poe, who's a cool character, that's talented. You want to see more. You want to see him do more of what he does, which is fly. But her character, you just like, okay, where'd she come from? All you care is that you want to know where she gets the power. That's really it. You don't want to know nothing else really about her. I didn't anyway. I'm sorry. I don't think everybody did. But I didn't really. When she was on screen, I was like, okay. When she's on screen, I just thought, can I please see a lightsaber duel? I don't really want to see much of her.
Yeah, I will agree with you on the personality part. You don't really see her maybe joking and interacting with the other characters in the way that they all interact with each other. But because she has a different purpose than the rest of them, they can't do what she did.
And in all fairness, they did kind of keep her isolated for most of the movie.
Yeah, that's
true. I mean, it's true. But she's had 3 movies.
Well, she did get a lot. She did have more personality in the other movies than this one. I will say that.
I agree.
And I think it had more to do with her personal journey more than anything else. I want to say here that I've been saying that is Palpatine's granddaughter. It was it. I said it. I am a genius. I am a mastermind.
But how did you come to that? How did you come to that conclusion?
It's either one or 2 lines of families in the
I mean, well, I came to the conclusion because, well, looking at her character from movie to movie, they said her parents are nobody. it had to be somebody. And then they brought Palpatine back in. It was really when they dropped the teasers that I figured it out. It's like, okay, he's back here. He's in front of her. He's not doing anything. And she had that look on her face like, huh. She found out something she didn't like.
That's true. That's true. And I think at the beginning, but somewhere during the movie when she said she had like a vision and she felt like she was supposed to be sitting there with Kylo Ren. I was like, so are you? And I thought, okay, maybe both of them were gonna like go to the dark side, but they didn't. But yeah, I never thought of that. So.
And also the little dark side ray with the double-sided joint with the dark side vision.
That was kind of cool.
That was actually cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I disagree. It was not cool because in the trailer I thought we was gonna see somebody with a double lightsaber, and it ended up being like a 5-second little bullcrap.
So you mad?
Yeah,
so you
mad.
mad because you didn't get what you wanted?
I wanted to see.
Not my Star Wars.
Yeah, because what was that? Was it like a?
It was a vision.
It was a vision, right? Yeah.
I enjoyed her abilities. I thought she was a complete badass in this movie.
Her abilities were really good.
No,
like she
okay.
surprised me with the lightning coming out of the fingers, and she pulling the ship. And I was like, okay, she was pretty bad.
And that's something that you never really seen in anything but the games. You see games, you pull ships out of the sky, but to see a lot of the stuff that they did in this movie about how powerful she was and how powerful Kylo Ren was something we'll cover later. But just to see her abilities come full circle.
Yeah, like she sensed that Kylo Ren was coming for her, and she jumped over his plane, or what do we call it, ship?
His TIE fighter.
Let's go with ship. Yeah.
I forgot the specific name of his TIE fighter. I think it's like a TIE fighter advanced fighter or something like that.
Okay, I did too. Slipped my mind.
Yeah, but that was kind of cool when her and Kylo Ren was going back and forth, so I liked it.
I didn't, because I mean, I liked it. It's cool, and I think I wish the Jedi we would see more extreme cool stuff like I say in the games, like that stuff is cool.
Yeah.
I just feel weird, like in Episode 3, Yoda was like struggling to turn a little bitty like little chair thing.
Oh,
He was like, and she's controlling gigantic ships in the skies.
But Yoda also was going against the momentum that Palpatine threw at him.
Nah.
Alright, I might be reaching with that.
But what is, I guess, wasn't she like stronger because I guess what Skywalker told her that like all like other forces are within you now because everybody else is gone. So is that what made her stronger?
See, and it was pretty unclear what they were heading with that. If that was just like a metaphor, or was that like a real thing? Like
it was very unclear.
It's like, was that the Avatar thing you got going here, or was it like a?
Although Sidious, because he says that all of the Sith lived through him. So he said it, so I'm assuming. So I guess you kind of left to assume that about her, maybe, but it wasn't clear.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels like lazy writing in a way. It's like, oh, let's just make her super freaking powerful.
Yeah.
Let's give her the powers of Luke. Yeah, everything on by. It's like,
Speaking of Palpatine, let's move on to him next. I thought that his survival.
I wish they would have explained it.
They do something more than what they did.
Yeah.
Just give me anything, even if it's like some real BS. Like I saw you on a reactor get thrown down a shaft.
Yeah.
I seen you blow up. Then I seen the shit you were on blow up. How are you here?
I agree. I would like to see that too. I'm like, this whole time you've just been chilling, just watching things happen.
And it was strange. He was connected to like a mechanical arm.
What was it?
And that's what there's no explanation. It was like, what is he? That was kind of intriguing to me. I'm like, so what's going on with him to where he has to be connected to this machine in order to survive?
Because isn't he the one who like created the suit for Darth Vader?
Yeah.
So is that something, I don't know, like related to?
Exactly. Nobody knows, I guess.
Is that something that's been keeping him alive?
We would all like to know.
I think it's definitely been keeping him alive, but as far as the extent of how it does for him, I don't know how we got there.
I guess he can't sit down.
He's sitting there floating by the throne like, you want to sit down?
That scene was pretty funny because, this scene was pretty funny because the whole time, you know, she looked back at the seat and it was empty.
Mm-hmm.
And then the camera just moved. Oh, this whole time you saw her like standing there, and here you go. Oh yeah, I'm right here.
You're like, you thinking, once you see that big crane coming, just always in his bike. Just come in, dog. Just wait right there. I'm coming, Ray.
Yeah, I'm not crazy, but you know.
I was thinking the same.
So that was kind of interesting. Yeah, but how he died was funny, I will say. And also how he died, I didn't think it would be so simple. I was like, that's all y'all had to do, just get two lightsabers together against his like electric, you know, fingers. What now?
His force lightning.
His force lightning. Excuse me. But that's all he had to do, and he's dead.
That's it.
It's so simple.
Battle's over.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it
But what I was kind of thrown off by when he told her, if you kill me, you're going to end up taking the seat anyway. So is it something that he just thought she would do, or just?
They had a ritual that they were doing with all the Sith guards around him. It was supposed to be like some sort of ritual.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he killed him. Was like, well, plan B. I'm gonna suck your life force and do it myself. Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I think they gave us enough of Palpatine. Like, it wasn't like a quick little couple minutes and he's dead. I feel like they gave us enough of him, but not too much. You know. Now you probably disagree, but
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel, honestly, to be completely honest, I feel like Palpatine even being part of the story is unnecessary. I don't know. Again, I like the movie. I'm not like completely ragging on it. I just feel like it was part fan service, part just a quick wrap up.
Definitely.
Get it out of here. Just wrap it up and ship it out. You know, I feel like it could have been better. It's Star Wars. Come on.
I feel like it was a little bit. I feel like it was a little bit of a reach.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Snoke is gone and they were without a villain, and you get two birds with this. You get a villain and you get the nostalgia.
Right.
And I mean, even I can see what it is. Like, this is a pool that you're pulling a rabbit out of the hat with this.
Exactly.
But you know what? Nostalgia. I don't care.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't care.
Yeah, it was still okay.
It was still okay. I would have liked to see more of him, because he was just kind of just there, and then we just dealt with him at the end.
He was just there in his dark corner cave in the corner of the galaxy, and I'm like, he's controlling everything. And his crane back machine.
Right.
He didn't really do much.
I guess it's why he couldn't go nowhere, because he.
I guess
That's
so,
that thing.
but I don't know.
It's like they got a whole fleet just chilling this entire time,
Right.
Which
and
I'm
which
okay
was
with.
Crazy.
Which I'm okay with, because a lot of that stuff is from the books. That's from the Star Wars
You know,
Legends
the
canon.
books, so we go with the books.
Yeah, and that's what they do with a lot of this stuff.
It is. It's
And this
just,
is like straight Dark Empire.
I guess I'm not that hardcore where I've read the books, but I feel
Straight
I
Dark
feel
Empire. Because you've got the whole spare bodies and try to pass its essence on, and a whole secret reserve of ships, a whole army. Like, that's straight out of Dark Empire.
Okay,
Just
okay.
twist and turn some things.
Okay. One thing I did like, I thought was really cool, his super duper force lightning bolt into the sky.
That was actually pretty cool.
I
That
thought it was cool. It was
good.
kind of corny. I thought people
It
might
was
think it was
super
corny, but I liked it.
It was super corny. Chair lightning. Sit on my butt and...
Yeah, that was dope. I was like, whoa, cool.
Right. So next up, I guess Finn and Poe.
Finn and Poe.
What you think?
For Finn, I think I was kind of like you earlier. Like, I'm not sure what he was really doing sometimes, but he was there. He was part of the pack. He was hanging on, I guess. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't know how much to really say.
Yeah, he's kind of token black guy character. I feel like.
Maybe.
I feel like the potential, like in Force Awakens, I was so hyped. I was like, what a stormtrooper that's turned, like that's such a cool like character, so many directions they could go, and he's literally just a guy.
Yeah.
He's just
That's
a
why I
dude.
thought he was gonna be like the Black Jedi or something like that. But
And they teased that.
They teased
too.
that.
I
They
was like,
super
come
teased that.
on.
That was super unfair.
Yeah.
It was. He just did nothing.
He was there. He was hanging in. He loved Ray or really cared for Ray, but obviously in the movie she just really didn't show him any attention. I mean, not attention. She was focused on other things. But other than that, I mean, yeah. I mean, the actor was good.
Yeah, love John Boyega. Shout out to John Boyega.
Oh,
John
yeah,
Boyega.
yeah.
John Boyega.
Oh yeah.
That's the homie.
That's my cousin. Not really. We both Nigerian.
Poe was good. I like Poe.
I like Poe.
I like Poe in all the movies. I like him. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorites.
Finn. I feel like Finn was the perspective of the everyman in The Force Awakens. Despite the tease, despite what we thought he was going to be, he was the everyman. We got the perspective of the story in the world through him. And I like this character because he went from I don't want no parts of this, I want no smoke, to I found something to believe in. And in The Last Jedi, he kind of had to refine himself because he went through that, like, I'm trying to run, and he never really fully embraced himself as a rebel or as part of the resistance. He was always just there. And in this movie, he went there. He fully embraced where he wanted to be and where he was, and he fit right in. He was a leader with the resistance, or the rebellion, excuse me. And he found his place. And I was good with his character. I was absolutely 100% good with his character.
You know, hearing you describe it, yeah, it does sound a lot better than hearing you describe it. However, I still feel like they could have just done more. I just feel like more could have been done. You know? That's so cool that a stormtrooper has gone bad. You know, because the whole Star Wars, we see stormtroopers that are just these faceless clone things that you just shoot and kill and get out the way.
Yeah,
and to finally see one.
Yeah, and because they were very robotic, and I think that you did have a good perspective on it, because I do think with Finn, he like found his identity, he found his purpose, compared to when you're like a stormtrooper, you just have one goal, a mission, and that's it. Like, that's who you are. So he was able to find something that was for him. And I think even at the end when they went to like attack them, he had the idea to take down a command center. And I think that was really a good idea.
He was hands on with it.
He was on top of that. So.
He was. See, like, the stuff, little things like that, like if they could have played more with him just having the knowledge of once being a member of First Order, right? Yeah, First Order. Him being a former member, if they could have just played with his knowledge of, I don't know, it's just so much more they
I
could have
get what you're saying.
you
For
know?
like, but they kind of did that.
I mean,
like
they kind of they
right?
did, but I just feel like they could have kept it going and did more.
But I mean, at this point, he's been gone for like a year and a half, and more than a year. Things change when you're away.
Nah,
Things change.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
Especially talking like in a high-profile military regime like that.
yeah, but that's. I mean, it's a movie. Just give them the knowledge.
Just give
make
them
the movie more interesting.
Maybe like, I don't know, like have him like have some type of contact with like someone he knew when he was a stormtrooper. A stormtrooper or something.
He killed that guy.
Oh well, yeah, he did kill him.
And see, and that was a unique Phasma.
Oh, what's up about Phasma? I wasn't talking about Phasma.
Oh, okay, you said guy, right? That's what I
Yeah,
figured
it's
you
about the guy.
didn't,
Matter of fact, Chewie killed him
but-
with the
guy?
bowcaster.
Which guy?
Because he's a traitor in Force Awakens.
Oh,
and
okay,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know
that was
what?
his chief rival.
I
Yeah.
totally forgot all about that. But Phasma though, even though she wasn't in the movie, we were just talking about Finn's character, but that was a cool link of him just his connection to his past. You know, that was totally again wasted. You know, like completely wasted. She was in the posters, looked cool, and just wasted. Anyway.
I love you, Gwendolyn Christie. You deserve better than Jamie Lannister. But Poe. We'll go back to Poe for a second.
Yeah, what'd you have on Poe?
I like this character. I've always liked this character.
Yeah, me too.
I
He was
like,
cool.
yeah, that he took a leadership role. You know, after Leia died, he said, you know what, this is her mission. Let's do it. You know, because they needed to have somebody there who's able to keep, be positive and keep the focus. So he was good. I think after A New Hope, we didn't see him the whole movie until
The Force Awakens.
And it turns out he landed on the other side of the plane, right?
Star Wars leaves stuff to subtext or no text.
Yeah, and I'm just like, really? So this whole time they've been over here doing this thing, and you just went the opposite direction. Y'all just got lost. Like,
Yeah.
I just haven't seen him the same since then. I'm sorry. So yeah.
I appreciate the bromance him and Finn had.
I did enjoy the movie. It's cool. I like it.
Just the way the chemistry. Matter of fact, the chemistry that they have with Rey, like just the three of them together, I really feel like we were robbed because I like the three of them together.
I like the two of them together, and Rey, I just felt was a little. Again, I'm not hating on Rey. She's okay. I just feel like she was by far the weakest, but she just kind of just didn't fit. I mean, I don't know. She just felt like she didn't belong sometimes.
She was a Jedi. In the other films, I don't remember seeing Jedis like really hanging out with like common people like that.
She wasn't a Jedi though. She was just trying to be
She's
one.
kind of a Jedi.
She's a Jedi wannabe.
She's a Jedi.
She's pretty much a Jedi.
I mean,
You can heal people and heal animals.
maybe by
and,
this movie she was.
and
But
you
the
can,
first two, no.
and you can chop up.
Chick
In
with
this
a
movie,
lightsaber,
we're talking about just this movie.
Okay, we're talking about just this movie.
Just this
But-
movie.
Okay, just this movie. Yeah, well, just this movie is different because she definitely was on a mission.
Well, yeah.
But she's been training. That was an opening call
True.
that she had been
No, that's
training
true.
for like the
That's
last
true.
year. So
And
and was
also-
training with Leia. So
Yeah, and also I think because she is a Jedi, like isn't it something like they're not supposed to like fall in love or like have like any type of attachments or something?
that was
like
part of the Jedi code
So if it's part
later.
of the
It didn't.
code-
It wasn't always part of the code.
Okay.
But is that stuff in Force still like post Jedi?
At this
council
point, who's gonna
order
tell them
stuff?
no?
That's what I'm saying. So that's why like I would get that like prequel saga. Like yeah, they had strict codes, but like
Yeah.
now,
Like in the Old Republic, you could do whatever you wanted for the most part.
right.
Because it was what the problem was. The old Sith came from Jedi's who went extreme the other way.
Right.
Because you can. They used to study. They used to study all aspects of the Force, and then it's like, okay, well, you got some folks who was going way too left on this side, and that created the Sith.
Right. No, that makes sense. Right.
Right. So that's like, okay, well, since we're creating dudes that are doing this, we're just gonna cut this off, and we're just gonna do this side. We're just gonna study the light, and that's how that came about.
Yeah.
So no more babies, no more marriages, unless you had a special permission or a special reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Master Key Amundi, God, I hope I said his name right.
I know you're talking about
yeah.
brainhead dude.
Braidhead, conehead dude. He had permission because the members of his species were low.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he had permission to have wife and kids.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So special exceptions like that.
Okay.
Anakin wouldn't have got one. Because he's human. They're everywhere.
Clearly, jeez.
Clearly. But speaking of Anakin, what about the older characters and their role or their appearances? Like Lando and everybody else.
Well, it was refreshing to see Leia and just based on like what happened to we know she realized she died. So
Right.
it was really good to see how they sent her off. So that was good. Lando, I was not expecting him to pop up, so that was good to see Billy D. Williams reprise his role as that. And back to Skywalker. What's his name again?
Luke.
No, like the guy who plays him.
Mark
Oh,
Hamill.
That's right, Mark Hamill. No, I think he did a great job, playing the character. But once again, I'm like, why? I was still like, why are you here?
And one last lesson.
Well, yeah, but because he did admit that he was fearful, and that's why he went in isolation because he was scared. And I like the fact that we finally get some type of growth in this character because he's been like the same note through all the movies. So I appreciated that, but it was a good send off really to all of the older characters to like this new generation of characters. And I think like the one that they have now is like lead them is Lando, so that was good to see him. I was surprised to see Harrison Ford because I thought the previous one
I was too.
Right.
yeah, I thought he
was a
said he
shock.
wasn't doing any more Star
Great
Wars.
scene.
Yeah.
He got paid for that.
He did.
For that 2 minutes.
He did.
So yes, I was exactly. I was surprised to see him in that role because I was not expecting him. He was there for a little minute. he was able to actually speak to Ben and not Kylo Ren.
I actually really like this.
And I was like, you know, that's even though you killed your daddy, but he still loves you.
I actually felt that. That was good. You know?
Yeah.
Like some sort of forgiveness after you feel like you did something that you just could never come. Yeah, something unforgivable.
Come back from it, which is something that Kylo Ren mentioned a lot in this movie when it came to his parents. I can't come back from this.
He did.
Yeah.
Go ahead and kick it with the old characters. What do you think?
I don't have much to add. I enjoy seeing them. You know. Of course, I'm upset with. I wasn't completely satisfied with the way they portrayed Luke. But even though he was redeemed in this movie, but we literally wasted an entire movie of him being, in my opinion, being stupid. You know, it was like being running from. I'm like, you literally have saved the universe. Now you're scared. Anyway, other than Luke, I liked it. I liked seeing everybody. You know, I thought. Let me know if I'm going the wrong direction, but Chewie's character, him die. I know he is technically an old character.
He is old character.
Okay, but like him, the fake out death
fake
was
out.
so. I think I mentally checked out of the movie when I saw that. I was like, okay. I started laughing. I was like, all the reviewers were right. All the online reviews were right. This movie's so crazy. But he was still alive, so I was like, "Why y'all doing this? Like, just tell the movie. Like, stop playing with me. Just tell the story."
I agree, because when we thought that Chewie was in, I was like, "Damn, no, quick!" Like,
he didn't get no proper send-off, no
like,
nothing. Just an explosion, and we moved on.
She's like, "Oh, I killed him." I was like, "Yeah, you did.
You kind of did. You kind of fricasseed him. Just a little bit.
It did.
But it was undone like 20 seconds later, so
right.
all is well.
Yeah. Which was weird because she force felt him, I guess, in the ship above him, but didn't force feel him after she blew him up. So that
he wasn't
really,
on that ship, so it didn't matter.
But it made. I'm trying to remember the movie.
Are you questioning her force now? Like maybe she
I am questioning because it was like a whole side quest they did that meant nothing because Chewie was still alive. Like. I'm trying to remember the movie, but if you've seen the movie, just to help me out somewhere, like, because it's something that because he died, it's something they went to go do, but it was completely pointless because Chewie was already still alive. So, moving on, how'd you feel?
I'm gonna tap on something that she said. They really did pass the baton of this movie from the old generation to the new.
I feel like the last movie did that more.
I feel like this one really nailed it because we didn't get to see all the characters together and see everything in conjunction, how it all played out, how they played off each other. That's why I said I feel like we were robbed because this movie really put an exclamation point like, oh man, these three really got chemistry. These three make a great team. I felt like they were friends. And that's something that we didn't get in any other installment because we never got all three of them together. It's like even seeing how Poe and Rey, they're both strong-headed, kind of like play off each other like that. Like, you did this to my droid, you did this to my ship, and it's like, it was their dynamic was cool, and I really did like it.
I do too.
Lando was great. Always love seeing Lando.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Love seeing Lando. He's like the OG now. He's the OG, triple OG status.
He the only one left.
Yeah.
Man, still smooth, still the smoothest cat in the galaxy.
Stay clean.
He was clean.
Super for no reason.
Everybody else sweating and dirty. And he's still like, what were you doing?
He still got the cane, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he wanted to give me some Colt 45, man. Really, he's still that guy. And Leia, I felt like it was very tastefully done what they did with her, all things considering, with Carrie Fisher.
All things considered.
All things considered. I feel like they did what they could.
Okay, yes.
Years later, you're not gonna look at this and be like, oh man, why did they do that? You're not gonna know that Carrie Fisher died years later, that she died before this movie got filmed.
True.
They did the best they could with her.
They did the best they could.
And I absolutely appreciated it.
I agree. I think they handled her well, to be honest with you. Overall, because again, I should not have watched the reviews before I went into this, but everybody was dogging on how she was portrayed in the movie. But I thought they, like you said, tastefully did it. I couldn't tell that they, as people were saying, ran out of footage of her. So it fit together well for me.
I didn't want to, like, I guess, look so hard at that particular part because I knew that
Right.
she's gonna die.
Right.
But in my mind I was like, okay, maybe this is the moment. Oh, she about, like I literally thought that because like when is she gonna pass? But how they did it was interesting. I didn't really like how it was a little confusing to me. She's like, oh, it's time. I need to go tell Ben, like, speak to Ben.
All
like,
things considered,
all
what they
things
had to work with.
considered.
That's the
I
only
agree.
reason
I
this
agree.
gets
I
passed.
agree. I was like, she just felt, oh yeah, it's time. Like, I don't know, but
Yeah, it was,
but they did do it well. Yeah, she did a good job. Well, and like even with the CGI, like
most of it.
you talking about when they were in
The training,
Yes.
that was rough.
That was very PlayStation 2 rough. That was very rough.
That's mean. That's mean.
Look, they tried, okay?
You
They
did
tried.
your best. If you
They-
see this, you did your hardest. Go you.
I just wasn't expecting her to take that mask off though. I was like, maybe she can go take it
I was like,
off.
please don't take the mask
But she
off.
did. He took his off, she took hers off.
It wasn't. It was better than Rogue One. We could agree on that. It was better than Rogue One.
I have no recollection. I have to go back.
Oh,
and
some of the
watch it.
CGI in Rogue One?
Yeah.
Um,
When they use Carrie Fisher CGI at the end of that.
I gotta remember.
Or
I
Moff
gotta
Tarkin,
remember.
Grand Moff Tarkin, because that was pretty bad.
You know, I thought the Rogue One looked all right. Now I remember it
I
now.
don't think it was better than the Rogue One.
It was so bad. It was in the complete darkness. They tried to
It
hide
was in the
stuff.
blue light. It was
Yeah,
a little
they
off a
was
little
really
bit,
trying to hide a
but
lot of the
it's
messages.
Star Wars. They got a lot of CGI stuff in it, so I'm not really mad.
Then the 50-year special anniversary edition come out. They'll fix that and they'll look even better.
See, there you go. Silver linings.
Yeah.
All right. One last thing I'm gonna touch on in terms of old characters before we move on. I like Luke has always been my favorite character. I've said this time and time again on this channel. I like that this was like the most mature and the most confident we saw Luke, even in death. Like
Yeah, I
he's still like, this is the OG cool Luke that you saw in the books. This is like,
This
bro,
is who
what
he
he
should have
doing?
been in those last Jedi.
He.
And the one before that, and the one before that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with you there.
This is who he should have been in the last
For the sake of time, I'm not going to argue with you. But Luke was the best he's been. I appreciate the character. I like how he was tastefully done. And I like his one-off appearance. I liked it. Well, one of two appearances in the book. I liked it. So, new characters. They threw a whole lot of them at us. Kick us off.
Dang, and I cannot pronounce his name. He's like a little what was he?
I don't know.
He's like a
That's why I love him so much.
caterpillar slash. I don't know what that was, but he was so cute though.
Babu.
Babu,
Badu.
something like that. Babu. He was the one who he worked on androids, on droids. He worked on droids, and so he was so cute. He was a good character. Also, what was the lady's name who brought them to?
Oh, I don't know.
It's about Poe's booth thing.
Yeah.
Their chemistry was funny.
Their chemistry was
Like at the
good.
end, the last scene, I
Yeah,
think that was funny.
it was. But did you want to pause it?
Nah, he's just nah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, he was good. I'm trying to think of when they went to that other planet and they were I don't even know the name of that species.
Yeah.
But they would have the little festival. That
Oh,
was,
yeah.
That was a cute introduction to characters. When they went into the bar, those characters were pretty interesting. I'm trying to think of. It was a lot of them.
it was definitely was a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back. But I think that's one thing I do like about Star Wars because of the introduction of the different characters and like the designs. I just think it's pretty cool, and just to me, it just feels like a bigger picture of just seeing like these humans connected with like these other different species, and they're just like in this one united like front. So it was just pretty interesting to me. And I just look at the deeper meaning of it, of the interaction between the species. So yeah.
Oh, I just want to say Badu. That's my homie right there, man. I like literally was smiling and busted out laughing. Just seeing his character. Then he spoke and it was like, anyway, it brought me back in. It really brought me back into the movie.
He's like a weasel.
Like a little cat,
like
weasel
slash cat
thing.
slash
I don't know.
Old man.
He had to be old because
With
he.
like an accent and
With broken English, some other language.
yeah.
I don't know.
That was
Funny.
That was an interesting breed of.
Yes. Took me out the movie when I thought he died, but when I saw him back with Poe's Booth.
That was messed up when they.
Yeah, I was like, yes, the movie's good again. I was like, I can watch it, so I can keep watching it.
That was interesting when they destroyed the planet, and you only thinking about.
That's all I was thinking about.
It's like, oh man, he did it. So
I was like, girl should have came with both.
yeah,
She should have.
She should have came
You
with
ended up here
both.
anyway.
I'm glad that we was able to see her eyes. It was like an actual person.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Because at first I was like, it's an actual person. It's like a droid or.
I was
Shout out to Carrie Russell.
Um,
Yeah, that was her.
okay.
I don't know what she played.
Oh man, she's been all over. She's been around for a long time.
Really, I got
Long time. She got a
I'm
wiki
not
list a
putting a face
mile
to it.
long.
Oh wow. I've
Yeah,
probably seen her.
I'm sure.
I know you have. But new characters, Badu, Babu.
Yeah.
I liked it. Conehead, Dio.
Oh man, how we forget about
How
him?
you forget about him? That
Yeah,
was the funniest droid. He is the best droid since R2D2 was introduced way
Yeah,
back
he
when. He did more for me in one movie than BB-8 did in 3.
You know what? Yeah, okay. I feel you.
Like, squeaky wheel, don't touch me.
Yeah.
No, thank you. How about that? How's it? What? You got a droid that? That's crazy. Is anybody thinking about that? How you got a droid that's like aware like that? Like,
Yeah.
I've been hurt by humans. Don't go near me. It was cool. He was a cool character.
He's kind of ugly, but yeah.
He was broken.
He was definitely broken.
I mean, BB-8 was cute, R2D2 was cute. He just kind of wheel with a.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you know, he was cool. My bad. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
He got no heart.
Right. None. Lord, what's wrong with you? Yeah, hater. Moving on from that, Marcel being a hater. Who else did I enjoy as a new character? Finn's new boo thing. She was alright.
Yeah.
She was
Does
alright.
anybody know her name?
She had a number.
See.
Oh yeah, that
She had
was
the
her
number.
name.
She had that stormtrooper
Yeah,
number
that
still.
was her
Oh.
name in the movie.
Name.
Right.
But she lashed on to him. I thought her.
Hey, I was waiting for that kid.
I was waiting for
Yeah,
it.
get rid of
Like, we
Rose.
about to die, so
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So.
I forgot about her. Yeah, that was an unnecessary introduced new character, but
She was, but
not bad. You know, it was
not
it was
bad.
welcome. You know, it
You're
was-
welcome,
it was
but you're not
alright.
needed.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
You're not necessary.
Well, I was just happy to see a black girl in Star
I'm
Wars.
gonna be honest.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it was-
Yes,
and she was
it's
natural, so
truthfully,
like,
yeah.
it was kind of cool.
Matter of fact, is she the first pure black woman in Star Wars?
Pure black woman.
Like, is she like the first pure one?
We had a mix one.
Okay.
Who had been in it?
She the first. I think she's the first. 'Cause I don't think of. They probably maybe had like some, maybe like mixed women like in the background, like doing things in like.
Yeah, it
the
might
other
be.
ones.
You're right.
Maybe.
But Lando's always been a black man, but he never had a black female.
Like, I know that.
Maybe that's why she was
Lando-
just thrown in the movie.
Like, I know that we've had black women in makeup in Star Wars. We
Right,
had black women that
right.
played like Leia Secura and the Twi'lek slave and Return of the Jedi. But
Yeah, but
pure
yeah,
black
you're right.
woman, I don't think we've ever had that.
I don't think so either.
And we may have more of it because in that interaction between her and Lando, she gonna find out who she is.
And I honestly thought going into the movie that was his daughter.
I did too.
You know what? Yeah.
That would be interesting, which I'm just like, how? Like, I don't know.
as crazy as the movie was going, I thought that's what was going to happen. Like, you look real familiar. I met a girl back on planet, you know.
Yeah, I'm your father.
Because Lando a pansexual hoe. They call it what it is. You might have some half human, half droid babies out there.
But if let me know if I'm getting off topic, but I know we said that this is like the end of like the Skywalkers. Meaning, so we don't know if there's any more like Jedis out there. Do we really, would it be interesting if they took another like story without having like any Jedis?
Well, we get that with the Mandalorian. And we did that with Solo and Rogue One.
Solo was okay. I just wasn't.
All three of those movies he just named.
But it happened. It happened. It's pertinent to what she asked.
No, it's true. But so to answer your question, I don't think that will, because did they do well? Those numbers for those movies did not do that well. Mandalorian's still going, and it's okay. But
I'm guilty.
It could be better with not missing much.
So remember, but they can. I want to know, that that kid in the last one was a Return of the Jedi.
The last one.
Anyway, I need like the titles like out in front of me. But yeah, so the Return of the Jedi. Remember, like towards the end, there was like this kid who was like outside playing with the broom.
Yeah,
and he
thought
like
there
used
was a
the
connection
Force,
in this one.
and maybe somehow there could be some type of connection in another.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now we know that she is not the only Jedi. That was like a little.
And there's really no telling, because I know that they we had the voice of Ahsoka, who was Anakin Skywalker's Padawan. Her voice was heard when Rey was here on the Rise of the Jedi.
I didn't pick up on that.
It was a lot of
It was a
people.
lot of voices though. Yeah,
I eeked when I heard her. Because one, she exists. She canonically now exists in the movie.
That's true.
But two, that means she's died.
That doesn't mean
she died. But she was alive at the end of Rebels, which was like right after Return of the Jedi. That means
she's dead.
Somewhere between Return of the Jedi and this, she died. But she would be like 71 though, so she should still be alive technically. Unless her species dies soon. I don't know. They ain't treat Shakti
I'm sure
very well.
Game coming. Yeah, right. I'm sure she'll be in a video game coming up.
Maybe. So sad. Sad. And I didn't hear Ezra Bridger. At least I didn't hear it. I didn't see him in the credits either. He might have been there. I don't know. So if Ahsoka's alive, if Ahsoka's dead and Ezra's alive, I call BS.
Thank you.
That's funny.
I call BS. I don't know either.
That's funny.
We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But,
I'm sure everything's about to come out. All kinds of games, side things, explaining everything. Yeah.
Do y'all think y'all would see that again though, like the movie again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to.
Or would you wait for it to come to Disney Plus?
Oh, I'm waiting for Disney Plus.
I'm gonna see.
I knew you was waiting on that. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna see it again. I don't
blame you.
I might see it too much because I'm not deluded enough to know that I enjoy this movie as a fan. I didn't put on my technical lens to see plot hole here, plot hole there.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah.
It's just from this experience, I paid for an experience this time around, and I got that experience, and I'm super satisfied with it.
I'm satisfied too.
Yeah.
Other than Kylo Ren down at the end, I'm satisfied.
Yeah. All right.
Once again, he needed
you
to
want to
die.
talk it? Girl, let's talk about it. Yeah.
He did not have to die.
My
You have no villain that's alive.
My steam buddy here. If you didn't hear it, Kylo Ren did bite the dust at the end of the movie.
Unnecessarily.
Sacrifices his life for Rey.
Think about a Jedi couple, Rey. Come on, man.
They didn't have those.
Now time, we want to see it on screen, that would have been dope.
Well, that kiss for like a couple seconds. That was your Jedi couple, right?
There was. Boom.
Then he
made
died.
it official.
But come on, that man, he needed to die.
Think of everything he's done.
Yeah.
Slaughtered family friends, killed his dad,
So now he's
killed
gonna go.
innocents, leader of the space Nazis.
He who is without sin cast the first stone. We all do bad things, man.
So when was the last time that you headed up the genocide of multiple planets?
Some of us are worse than others, okay?
Okay. When's the last time you killed your daddy?
When I told him I'm not a football fan, I guess. Maybe.
He's still alive though.
Oh yeah, that's true. On the outside.
We can go.
But yeah, but he needed to die because he can't go back and
That would have been very awkward.
that would have been very awkward.
However, everybody was in good spirits. We just defeated the last order, the first order, like
The final.
the final order. I'm sorry,
final order.
Final order. They got very creative with this. But anyway, the final order, like they would have forgave him. I feel like, you know, especially if Ray would have made it official, like with the hand locking, they came out the X-wing together.
Not everybody would have been able to be so welcoming, because he still did what he did. He
If
hunted
you
him for years.
welcoming, you got a force
I think Cole and Finn would have been like a little pissed off. Like, what the fuck?
They'd have been
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cursed.
They'd have been cool with it. That's their home girl man now, so there's a respect. In
No.
Oh, it ain't no because we already know that Finn likes her, so that's already.
He don't like her. He just cares for her.
Nah, he in love with her, dog.
Yeah.
He was.
And then,
Yeah.
I thought he was with Rose.
Since the
though.
first
Rose
one,
is
nah,
with him.
Rose like
and
him.
then Kylo Ren got that force. He can't go back there to them like that. You know what I'm saying?
He got that Skywalker bloodline.
Yeah, he needed to die. And I'm glad
Make
he
them
did.
super Jedi babies.
I wish he would have lived and maybe just went into exile like all the other lame Jedi do or something. You know, like just go
He
off
probably
somewhere or
did. How we know he
something.
didn't?
That was a shot.
He definitely.
That was a shot.
Damn you, Luke, in the Last Jedi. but I
I'm
mean,
gonna get over it.
I can't, especially for them to undo it in this movie. Like y'all literally wasted an entire movie just for them to clear it in one line in this movie. Yeah, I made a mistake. I was scared.
But
The whole movie dead.
he pretty
because of
much
that.
admitted to it at the end of the last one by showing up.
They could have put that in the force, the crawl at the opening crawl. Like, hey, Luke was scared at first, now he found. And we now start the movie.
You're actually right.
Shit, don't waste the whole movie.
I'm gonna throw my lightsaber in the fire. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Like, that's what that was. Like, dude.
I was okay with that.
And everybody, like, some people were like clapping in the movie. I was like, man, we don't need to clap for this. Like,
I clapped. I was with those people.
Even though it was
I was with
good,
those
because he came back, like I say, as the Luke we all know and love, who he should have been in The Last Jedi. That's Luke Skywalker. The clone, whoever the dude was in The Last Jedi, that wasn't Luke.
It was Luke.
That wasn't Luke. This Luke was who we wanted, and he was the Luke we needed. You know?
He came through
He was-
and he came through when he needed most.
Yeah, he did.
At the end of the day,
yeah.
He did.
my biggest thing for this movie, like I've said time and again, I just wanted them to stick the landing, and I feel like they did.
Yeah, most of it. It was like a stick and a couple stumbles.
It
but
might
they got
have
him.
been a little bit.
Because this part, that needed to happen. Now that I think about it, because they needed to, for example, with her being Palpatine's granddaughter, if that wouldn't have happened, then she would have possibly gone to that dark side
Absolutely.
without the leadership of Skywalker and Leia. So that definitely could have happened. So she needed to. It's like that was her role to do that. You know, it wasn't his job to do it. It was hers. So it was set up for her to do. Because if not, as we figured out, he was not there. I hope I'm making sense.
No, it makes sense.
It makes
sense. It's just this is the way I feel. I just feel like it comes from out of left field. This whole Palpatine thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like we've been following Skywalkers. Like where does this Palpatine granddaughter family and daughter daddy thing
We
come
need a
from? It just-
Palpatine movie.
Not right. You know, it's
But we
like,
got the Skywalker involved in the mix, though.
But he got treated like a little bitch at the final, during the end. Though he just threw him down the thing. That was kind of lame, you know.
You know, and it makes you wonder how come he didn't just do that to her. He stop with the lightning. You got so many other powers. Teleport. Yeet. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
because reasons.
Yeah,
Right.
Reasons.
But yeah, I would like to see a Palpatine movie. now that I think about
No,
it.
he shouldn't have been in this movie.
But
No,
we don't want to see like a
No.
Palpatine like origin.
no.
Like no.
I mean,
I
dude,
mean, we got books.
Oh,
You got
man.
books.
Who reads? Make a movie.
If I don't want to read, I would like to see it.
Make a Disney
I would
Plus
like to
series.
see
I'll
it.
watch that.
That
I ain't
would
watching
be
no movies,
interesting,
though.
like
I mean, reading no books.
the rise of Palpatine, like the development of him.
Just read the books, guys.
No.
Just read the books.
I just think it would be good. It would give us a good send off of that villain.
You know,
No.
Palpatine is my all-time favorite villain, like bar none. It's not Joker, it's not Darkseid.
No, I feel
or
you, I
anything.
feel- yeah,
Palpatine
he's-
is my all-time favorite villain. I'm good with what I have.
Okay.
I'm good with it. If I never find out anything about him, I'm fine.
I am too. I don't
OG
need
Triple
to
O,
know more about
OG Triple OG. At this point, you can say that his plans expounded at this point 70 years.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I guess I would like to see it because when you see Darth Vader's backstory and what led him to the dark side, I would like to see. So was it something that happened in Palpatine's life that made him cut to it?
I'm
Maybe it's
sure.
just me.
I'm
just
sure you
doing
can
too
make
much.
one, but I mean, like Vader was interesting because he wasn't always. Well, I guess if we did his backstory, he probably wasn't either. But I think that's what made Vader interesting is that he kind of teeter-tottered a little bit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And Palpatine was like, "Hey, dark side all the way."
Laughably
Yeah.
evil. Like, I'm here.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm
hey,
evil for evil's sake.
Right,
and I'm
dark side till I die. You know?
Exactly.
Literally. So, yeah, but no, I don't need to know. That's what makes him as cool. Honestly, like you say, Palpatine really, people don't give him enough credit. He's really probably one of the coolest villains, like,
All time.
fictional. He's like,
Yeah.
Darth Vader too, but Vader kissed Palpatine's ass. So
he's the man
he was-
behind the man.
Yeah, he was the man behind the man, right?
Right.
You know, he didn't get enough credit.
See, that's like in the last one, the Force Awakens, right? So in that one, who was the guy sitting? You know, like the big guy that was sitting on the chair.
Snoke.
So who was he?
That's
Palpatine's puppet.
Oh, okay.
and that's another
Palpatine.
WTF moment. You know?
Yeah, like it
He
just came
said,
out of nowhere for me.
and that was at the very beginning of the movie. He was like, I am every voice in your head. And he's like, you were without Snoke, I am Snoke. And then you see the Snoke clone bodies in the tub.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to watch that again then, because
Okay.
that. So yeah, so they really threw me off with him.
But
Very
the,
dead.
sorry. Look, that's lazy writing. That's not. It's not a reason.
We're cleaning up mess. We're cleaning up
They're
mess.
cleaning up
We're
messes from the
sweeping
last
up
two
here. We're
movies.
cleaning up.
I mean, that's
man.
like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But why? That didn't even need to be there in the first place.
I
You
agree.
know? He literally could have been his own character. Like one of the reviewers online said, I can't remember who, but he was saying Snoke's face told the story. Like, and I wanted to see more about Snoke. You know,
Oh, Luke
like,
did that.
I see
in the
books.
newly released Kylo Ren comic, you see that Luke went to town on Snoke.
See, but
It happened.
for those of us who don't read books and watch the movies,
Well, I guess it
You know,
made
play
sense.
games.
They had to like kind of kill him in order to finally get to Palpatine.
Oh,
Again,
Ryan Johnson killed Snoke. So
and that
all we need
again is the convolutedness of the movie. It's like you have three different directors telling one story, and I have to fact check myself. I haven't looked at the credits for the other movie, but at the credits on this movie, I had 4 different people that were credited for the screenplay, like for the story, like 4 people to tell one story. Like that's how you get stuff all everywhere. Like this movie kind of was, you know, it was just kind of everywhere. You know? Cause like half this movie was cleaning up the last movie, like
Yeah.
all the stupid stuff from the last movie.
it almost like the first like 30 minutes of it,
Okay.
because it was
Yeah.
pretty. Like I said, everything in this movie was pretty boom, boom, boom. It didn't really waste any emotion.
Yeah.
I was pretty stuffed with facts and exposition and
It
things
was.
happening.
It was.
So by the time that latter half of the movie came, it was like, okay, well, we're here, but it's like it took us half the movie.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
of the things.
Right. Yeah. True. And that was kind of the problem this movie had going in, which is again why I'm happy with it, because they really did clean it up
They did.
for the most part. You
For the
know what I
most
mean?
part.
It was all again, some of it's just for writing's sake to move the story forward, but they did in fact clean it up and still told the story and finished this one. You know.
Yeah.
So like I say, I'm happy.
All's well that is well.
Yeah, minus color, but yeah.
All right.
He did that. But yeah, I'm happy.
What did y'all think about like the fighting scenes in this one? Do you think they were?
They were all right. I was not as entertained as I thought I should have been.
I agree.
Maybe because as I was watching one scene, like the one in the throne room, I'm thinking maybe
That was great.
it was good, but I'm thinking there was no music for some of it, and I'm like, it's just like them swinging, them fighting at each other. That's cool. The movements are cool, even though when they're out there on, like in the ocean fighting, there's like, there's no music, and I guess that's a tribute to John Williams' score. Because that fight to me, it was cool to look at, but it was missing something.
I feel like that can work sometimes. Cause like in Captain America: Winter Soldier, they cut the music.
Yeah.
When they first encountered each other and fought, and it worked then.
It worked then.
In this one, I feel like you got John Williams. Don't
Don't
be quiet.
waste him.
Yeah, don't waste him. You know, like literally one of the greatest composers of all time.
He was in the movie.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he had a period.
I think I did see him.
He was on the planet with the heroes as everybody was gathered up and stuff.
Okay, I did. That's
He
not
was
what I
there.
thought it was. Okay, I need to watch this again. I do need to see this
He was
again.
there.
I remember them a shot of an old guy. And I was like, who was that guy? And I was like, I missed the camera. But I don't know who that is. And I'm thinking maybe that was John Williams. But okay.
They did a lot for this movie.
They did,
And the
they did.
nostalgia beast too.
Yeah.
Man, this is, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I'm
Overall,
satisfied, man. I'm
with this
satisfied.
movie.
The ending was nice. I thought I was a little worried. I was like, y'all doing too much with the nostalgia going back to Tatooine. I was like, y'all doing too much.
You know, JJ had to get his twin sons in. He had to get his twin sons
But
out in.
it worked.
It
Right?
absolutely worked.
It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad. It was nice. you know?
They put a bow on it.
Yeah.
What twin sons?
The twin sons on Tatooine. Tatooine has two sons.
If you go back and watch
New Hope.
yeah.
That was like the first shot on Tatooine. Luke looking
Oh,
out.
the two.
Yeah.
Oh my
And in the
gosh.
Last
Yeah.
Jedi when he
Y'all
died,
talking about like an actual?
literally
Literal
like,
two
Sons.
sons.
yeah,
I'm
not
thinking
children.
about like
Children, not children.
Boys, no.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
Like,
It's Skywalker.
That's where my mind
Two
was.
of
I was
those.
like, he put his 2 cents.
Whole nother movie.
A whole nother movie.
But yeah, I noticed that too. That's true. Yeah.
I thought it was nice. I was scared going into it. I was like, all right, you're doing too much. Let the movie end. Now end on a nice note. And it did.
And it did.
It did. I saw the old lady when she was walking some camel-like animal
three-eyed
thing.
camel.
And I was like, oh
camel,
crap, here we go. A whole new character to throw some new hot stuff in.
She finna get ready to fight.
It was very simple.
Yeah.
I know, right.
She about to
Like,
kill
you
us.
said-
Now the Jedi.
Like
Now
this
the
old
Jedi over.
I was like, oh, here we go, new face. All she did was ask us a very simple question. She looks over to Luke and Leia, and that was great. That was actually really nice.
You okay? You okay with that? Her being Rey Skywalker?
She's technically a Palpatine, which makes it kind of awkward, but it works. So it's good. It
Works for you? Works for you?
Yeah, it works. It's good.
Absolutely works for me. It's very apropos for the name of the movie. So you want to write?
Yeah.
You want to write Skywalker? Boom! There it is, stamped at the end of it. I think it's about time. This might be a good stopping point.
That's why I
Yeah.
stopped in the tricky.
Listen,
I'm waiting for you to wrap
stopping
it up.
Right. I really appreciate you guys being here
Yeah.
and doing
Nah,
this,
this was fun.
watching the
Great.
movie. You guys are invited anytime you want to.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. So if you guys want to plug yourselves real quick, where the people can find you.
All right, guys. So you can check me out. The link will be below at JBVersusTheWorld. So you come and check out my channel.
Marcel Williams here, MSW Creative. Check me out on Instagram, MSW Creative. Still working on that YouTube, man.
You playing. And I am your boy, JB, the host with the most, J Boogie with the hoodie. This is the Rise of Skywalker. We enjoyed it. We liked it. We recommend you go see it. Go check it out if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching. I know this ran a little bit long, but I appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to hit us up in the comments and talk with us, we'll be there. And thank you for watching.
All right.
All right, we out.
Oh yeah.